The human family. While the humans who settled Flores Island became very small, another kind of human was evolving in Europe and many parts of Asia. It was quite cold in those parts, so these humans adapted to a cold climate. Scientists call them the humans from the Neander Valley, or Neanderthals, because the first evidence of their existence was found in a cave in the Neander Valley in Germany. The Neanderthals were about the same height as we are, but they were heavier and much stronger. They also had bigger brains than we do. What did Neanderthals do with their big brains? They didn't build cars or airplanes, and they didn't write books. But they did make tools and jewelry and probably lots of other things too. Maybe they were even better than us at recognizing birdsong or tracking animals or dancing and dreaming. Maybe, maybe not. We just don't know. There are many things we don't know about the past. And if we don't know something, it's always best to say, I don't know. In science, saying I don't know is especially important. It's the first step, because only after you admit that you don't know something can you start searching for the answer. If you claim to already know everything, why bother? In 2008, archaeologists made another surprising discovery. While exploring the Denisova cave in Siberia, they found a piece of bone from an ancient human finger. It was from the little finger of a young girl who lived about 50,000 years ago. When the archaeologists examined the bone closely, they discovered that this girl was a previously unknown kind of human. She wasn't a Neanderthal or a small Floresian, and she was also quite different from us. The archaeologists named the girl and her relatives the Denisovans after the cave where the finger bone was found. You might wonder how we can know for sure that this finger belonged to an unknown kind of human and not, say, a Neanderthal. Well, each part of our bodies is made of many small cells, which join together to form a nose, a heart, or a finger. Each of these cells contains a copy of a tiny instruction book that tells the cell what to do. This instruction book tells some cells to form a nose and others to form a finger. Even your spit, your bones, and the roots of your hair contain copies of this instruction book. Otherwise, your body wouldn't know how to make more spit, more bone, and more hair. This instruction book is called DNA. You can't see it with a naked eye, but if you take a drop of spit, a piece of bone, or a strand of hair and put it under a very powerful microscope, you can see the DNA curled up inside a cell. And if you use all kinds of special instruments, you can even read the instructions coded in the DNA. If you read the DNA of people with dark skin, you find instructions for making dark skin. The DNA of people with light skin contains instructions for making light skin. So if you manage to get even a single piece of DNA from someone, You will know a lot about them, even if the person lived a long time ago. DNA can survive for thousands of years after someone dies, especially in cold, dried places. The Denisova cave in Siberia is very cold and very dry. When the archaeologists examined the finger bone that they found there, they managed to extract some DNA from it and read its code. It wasn't like the DNA of any known type of human. And that's how the scientists knew that the people who lived in the Denisova cave 50,000 years ago belonged to a previously unknown kind of human, different from us, from the Neanderthals, and from the small humans of Flores Island. Just imagine that sometime in the distant future, all humans on Earth have disappeared and the world is ruled by super smart rats. One day, a rat archaeologist might dig in the cave and find your finger. And thanks to your finger alone, the rats would know that humans once lived on Earth. So take good care of your fingers. Many other kinds of humans once lived on Earth, besides the small Floresians, the Neanderthals, and the Denisovans. We know very little about them because they didn't leave many bones or tools, and so we can't read their DNA.